for example, we've seen Deadpool now use the white eyes, Wolverine as well. They use CGI to move the eyes.
Exactly.
We can't do that. Way. In live action films, like in the DCU Batman, whenever that happens, I'd like to see them try the white eyes.
Okay,
with CGI and see how it looks. It could go badly, you know?
It could, yeah. I'm interested too. I'm interested as well.
We've never seen it because we've only seen it with a comical character.
And then they did it in Black Adam as well with Atom Smasher. And then they kind of did make the character a little bit more comical. So it kind of fit the character's theme as well. So it's kind of another thing, like you said, like we kind of only really have ever seen it in more so comical characters.
Yeah.
You know, we've never seen it in a serious character.
Exactly. Yeah. Will he be able to convey anger and sadness through that? Because
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Side Project Podcast. You know the routine. Let's take a sip from our Run It Up mugs. Oh, tastes good. I'm thirsty today. Man, how's everybody doing? Man, I love it. It's starting to get cold where I'm at. It's finally starting to get a little bit colder where I'm at. You see, I'm wearing a hoodie. I'm wearing the Run It Up hoodie. And you could be wearing the Run It Up hoodie right about now as well, including all the other hoodies that are up on the Side Project merch store via sideprojectpodcast.com, where you can get the Run It Up mug that we just took a sip from, the Project Things mug, the Project Park mug, and all the other merch that are up there, such as the hats. I think we got, it's fall, right? Starting to get into winter, so that you can get the hoodies, all different kinds of hoodies, but I think we got some sweats up there too. I'm stalling because I'm trying to remember which sweats that we've got up there. I think we got the Project Park sweats up there. Either way, may not know what I'm talking about, but on the screen, you're seeing it right now. I know we got Project Park shorts up there, but if we're talking about winter, you might want to get the sweats, you know, wear them around your house, walk around in them. Maybe you wear them as gym clothes. You know what I mean? So you're wearing them as gym clothes, you're doing leg press, and someone's watching you do leg press. They're like, wow, that guy's lifting a full-grown ox. That's crazy. But then they see the Project Park logo and they're like, wait a minute, I know that. And then they come up, they're like, hey man, besides the fact that you're lifting a full-grown gorilla with your legs, are you wearing one of the best podcasts in the entire world's merch right now that you got via sideprojectpodcast.com on the Side Project merch store? That's exactly what they're going to say. All of that. You know that. And you can get all of that right now on the Side Project merch store via sideprojectpodcast.com. So, let's get to the bread and the butter of this week's episode, because my guest this week, hailing all the way from the United Kingdom, portrays the Bat of the Night, Gotham's very own Batman within the cosplay community in a variety of shots, a variety of different iterations, all to equal amazement. Sticking with DC Cosplays, he's also taken up the likes of Bruce's first protege, Nightwing, as well as one of the last known Kryptonians, Superman. Just to name a few. An avid gym goer, living that healthy life and maintaining muscle and flexibility as you're gonna need it when you're out there swinging around as your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, or when you're trying to infiltrate a renegade special forces unit known as Foxhound as Solid Snake. A previous cosplay of the week here on the show about 9 months ago, so I guess you could say it's a long time coming. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together and give a warm welcome to WFMMK. How's it going, man?
It's going good. I'm enjoying the show.
Thank you, dude. I'm stoked to finally have you here. I feel like it's been quite a long time, like 9 months since I featured you as the cosplay of the week.
We've made a baby.
Finally on the show. Exactly, man. Exactly, dude. I'm stoked to finally have you here, man, and talk to you. We talk like here and there in DMs and stuff. You know, we share each other's work, talk about each other's work and everything, but we haven't had the opportunity just yet to like take a deep dive and get to like know a little bit more about you and who you are and how you got in the cosplay community and why and things like that, dude. So, I mean, are you ready to get into it, man?
Hell yeah, let's go.
Let's do it, man. You have a couple different iterations of Batman that you cosplay, such as this version here that's on the screen, where the suit is by Rob's Workshop, photo by, is it, I don't know how to pronounce the name, if you know, is it Ian Serenity? Ian? Okay. It's Ian. Okay, yeah, it's spelled I-A-I-N, Serenity _ cosplay photos. An amazing shot, by the way, Ian, too. You can see like you as Batman, the shadow in the background and the ears. And it's just like that always, these shadows of Batman are always so perfect. And you look amazing in this. Not too long of the ears, not too short of the ears. I would say personally, it looks like a medium length on the ears, looking absolutely awesome, dude. That gray and black with the yellow pouch and everything. It's perfect. You got the trunks on that suit, I believe, too, right?
Yes, sir.
Dark. Yeah, you got the trunks on that one too. I love that, man. Yeah. Then you have an iteration in this particular photo where the cowl is off. Photo by JR Cosplay Photography, suit by DH Cosplay. Amazing photo as well with like the rain, the water drops coming down and everything. And like I said, the cowl is off. The suit is a gray and black suit again with the different types of gloves, and the cape on this one too. You can kind of see the inner side of the cape, and is it like a purplish on the inside?
It's blue, like it's like the first appearance. Yeah,
nice, dude. Yeah,
I have a little figure right here of him.
Oh, sick.
The first appearance.
Oh,
Batman.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Hell yeah, man. That looks amazing. Different belt on this one. I like that belt a lot as well. Then you have like the more armored version. And correct me if this isn't your Arkham Games iteration. Was this from the Arkham franchise?
Arkham Knight. Yeah. It is Arkham Knight, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Sick, man. Photo by Brookie9001. You got the longer ears on the cowl there, just like the Arkham Games. Suit is looking absolutely amazing by Natharo. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. I've mentioned you a few times on the show. I always, okay, cool. I'm glad I'm pronouncing it right.
Yeah.
And those are just to name a few, man. Those are just to name a few. You have a couple more equally awesome iterations that we'll probably discuss a little bit later, and then, of course, outside of Batman, you have a couple other cosplays that you partake in, but it's obvious that you definitely have a focus on the bat, a love for the bat. And I'm curious if that's purposeful or if it's just kind of what ended up happening for you when you first started cosplaying. But what is it about Batman in general that draws you in so?
To be honest, Batman's like been one of my heroes growing up, always has been. Ever since the animated series. That's where I learned about Batman.
Yeah.
And I've just been like really into the whole fighting for justice, fighting for the weak, fighting for the poor.
Right.
And Batman, like I know Superman engulfs it too. He's literally very similar, but the reason why I relate so much and I'm drawn to Batman so much is he goes about it in a way where it sounds bad to some people, but he's a bit less nice about it.
Yes. Yes.
Because bad guys don't deserve, they don't deserve to be treated nicely sometimes. Not all the time. Sometimes people are misunderstood. Like, example is Mr. Freeze. He's a relatable villain.
Right.
While the Joker beat that guy up all the time,
Exactly.
Bash his skull in, I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. Which brings me real quick, sidebar, like why does Batman let Joker go like so many times, or like can't get his hand on him, like a hold on him and lock him up forever or do anything? Like it's always like kind of a meme and like a running joke, like he can't truly ever get the Joker. You know what I mean? Like lock him up, dude. Come on, figure it out.
Like I get it. I get the main reason of obviously not killing like a lot of people are like, oh, why doesn't Batman just kill him?
Right.
And the whole point is this is this thing I disagree with a lot of people on. Is some people say Batman should kill because he's almost there. He's just
almost,
he's right at the edge. He's on the line. He doesn't step past it.
Right.
The reason I think is because the second he steps past it, he's the same as the guy who killed his parents.
Right, 100%.
And I think that's literally the line. And I believe the reason is Batman does believe in rehabilitation, 100%. Yeah. I think he believes villains can literally be turned to the light side.
Yeah.
Stop being bad, be good. But he's going to teach them with the hands,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly, dude. And he beats some people bloody, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's beating some sense into them,
Exactly,
yeah.
Man.
So I get that, like sometimes some people do need a smacking around every now and then,
Oh, 100%. Yeah, sometimes, you know what I mean? You run your mouth a little bit too much. You're out there doing a little bit too much. Sometimes you need to be taught a lesson, and that's what
somebody
Batman's
needs to put you back in line. Yeah,
exactly. I dig it, man. I dig it. So it's kind of like it's a childhood thing for you, and you kind of embody it. You love the message, you love the character, and I mean, what does it feel like for you when you put the suit on? You know what I mean? Like, because I know now that I'm doing cosplay myself as of this year, I believe it's only been a year. Like I know what I mean. I'm not cosplaying like Batman. Mine are different. I'm like Black Mask. You know what I mean? Like I'm out there murdering people. You know what I mean? Like, and then like I'm Reptile. From Mortal Kombat, and
which
like
is amazing. amazing, by the way. Your
Thank you, man. I
reptile.
appreciate it. I guess Ezio from Assassin's Creed is maybe the closest thing that I could get to like a message like Batman. You know what I mean? He's out there
Yeah.
trying to do something for the better. But I'm a different breed. Speaking for myself, I always like the villains and the darker side of things. So I'm a weird thing. But as far as just cosplaying in general, like for me, I know what it feels like now to kind of like put something on, and it's like, oh man, like it's almost satisfying that child in you as well. You know, that kid that you always wanted to become Batman, that you always wanted to become Spider-Man. You know, like so I kind of know what it feels like now. But I've never worn. Being that I'm a big Batman fan, I don't feel like I have the stature or anything. And I know people would say cosplay's cosplay, man. Have fun with it no matter what. But I'm just a small guy, and I don't feel like Batman suits me, man. But I always kind of ask people that play Batman, that cosplay Batman, like, what does it feel like for you? Because it's such like a embodying character, if that maybe that's the right word, like a fascinating character where you put it on, you feel like you're walking around as Batman. You know what I mean? Like, what does it feel like for you?
Before I get into the feeling, I'll just give you a quick background on it, because you did actually kind of make a point about it, is that as a child, you'd want to be this person, right?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So me, I was very fat as a child.
Oh, okay.
And then I got really obese to the point I reached 160 kilos, like
Damn, yeah.
over 300 pounds.
Yeah.
One of the reasons I got into cosplay is I wanted to be Batman. I was like, I always wanted to do it. I literally was scrolling through Instagram, and I follow a couple of cosplayers, and I saw two that really pushed me forward when I saw them, which is Bradman.
Oh,
and,
nice.
Foggy
Previous
Night.
guest. Both previous guests in Cosplay of the Week. Yeah.
So I'm not a big fan of the Batfleck costume.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I looked at Foggy Nights. He had like a photo in a Rob's Workshop suit as well.
Yeah.
And I clicked through his tag, and I went and I got the suit. I ordered a suit. That's how I did it. I had already obviously been in shape. It was the goal is to get into shape,
Yeah.
So as you can tell, there's like scars. I'm sure you know about these scars now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
Because obviously, Tyre as well. So when I put the suit on, it's like finally becoming the dream. It's nice, it's fun, it's enjoyable, but you don't feel it properly until you do it at a place where there's like children who are there to go see the character.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Like I've done charity shows and stuff. When I do the charities, I am Batman. I am literally Batman to these kids.
Yeah.
My friend James Dealey, he does Joker. Usually he's the one who got me into the charity stuff.
Nice.
So we're like best friends, literally. And so in between shoots and stuff with kids, we're chatting, and the kids would come up and be like, "Hey, Batman, you shouldn't be talking to the Joker. You should put him into like, They literally think you're him.
Yeah.
To them, like one time I was Superman, and a kid sprinted over and hugged my legs, and he's like,
nice.
"I love you, Superman." And then he showed me his shirt, and he's got like a Superman logo, and he's like, "Look, I have your logo." They think you're them,
Yeah, exactly.
So the charity events is really where you embody the character, because those kids are going there. They've been told by their parents, you're going to go see Batman today.
Right.
So when I do those, I am literally Batman to those kids. So you feel like Batman. At cons and stuff, when I'd go, there's like 6, 7, 10, 20 other Batmen. So you kind of feel a bit less of the character. You still feel like I still feel big and strong most of the time anyways.
Yeah.
But in the suit, I feel even bigger and stronger. It's like you said, once you put it on, your demeanor changes. Like I remember first time I wore it, at AE. AE Cosplays.
Yeah, previous
so they made
my show as well. Yeah.
They made my first bat suit, and Tom from AE, his wife Gemma, she said, "You walk different in the suit." You know?
Yeah.
And when she said that, I realized I am walking with a bit more purpose, a bit more strength.
Right.
So I totally get that. Like it does give you a sense of power. So I agree with you that
Interesting.
It's a character that once you get into the suit, you embody that character a bit more.
100%.
At least I feel like that.
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. You kind of answered a little bit of where I'm going with this this next question here, but I kind of wanted to know, like, what is your first cosplay, your first like true cosplay? Because if you scroll down on your Instagram, because everybody knows, if you watch the show, I'm always going to do a little bit of a deep dive. And for any other potential guests out there as well, delete what you don't want me to see, or archive what you don't want me to see or possibly discuss, because I dig, like a crazy ex-girlfriend, I dig. But if you scroll on your Instagram, a lot of the photos are gym based. If you go way down, there's a few that kind of showcase you rocking gym gear here that is comic inspired as well. So it seems like the love for these fandoms were kind of always present in your life. But one of, or some of, I guess you could say, the first few photos that you have suited up into something is a few of them kind of posted a little close together as well. It's like a Star Wars cosplay, I believe, at like a convention. And then there was the first time that you got your Spidey suit. And then on September 11th of 2023, of you fully suited up as Smoke from Mortal Kombat, specifically the MK1 iteration. And everybody knows, I'm a huge fan of Mortal Kombat. Reptile, I cosplay Reptile from MK1 myself. I actually have one of the masks right here. And so I have a few questions about that as well, which we'll get into after, why we don't see any more Smoke. But I noticed that it wasn't until a little bit later that you kind of had a focus on DC and when Batman came into play, whether that's how the timeline went for you or just how it goes on Instagram. Around when did you first start cosplaying? You kind of answered the why and how you got into it a little bit. And then what was your first true cosplay?
I don't call myself like a cosplayer properly until October at MCM London last year, which is going to be a year next week with next weekend. Yeah. So that's when I properly got into cosplay. Like I would call myself a cosplayer. As you said, I have some Star Wars photos. Those ones are from Star Wars Celebration in April.
That's what it was. Right.
Yeah.
Star Wars Celebration.
It wasn't this year, this April, the previous April. I dressed up as Obi-Wan. I dressed up as Luke Skywalker.
Yes, that's what it was. Yeah.
So I wouldn't call that proper cosplay because I just wore them to go see the actors when I did my photo ops.
Gotcha.
It's always like, I love Obi-Wan, so I just wanted to wear Obi-Wan. It's an excuse to walk around in Jedi robes. Always wanted to.
Exactly. Yeah, same.
And the Luke one, obviously, that scene, I don't want to spoil it because I know my friend's going to watch this.
Oh, okay.
And he still hasn't caught up. I got him to watch Star Wars only recently.
Okay.
Because at the local cinema, they had the original 3 films.
Oh, nice.
So we went to watch them. Me and my girlfriend even cosplayed Luke and Grogu.
Nice.
But basically, I would say I only really started 1 year ago next weekend for a Smoke.
Yeah.
Okay, I know you're curious. I've seen your Reptile. I love Mortal Kombat too. I actually had I had multiple cosplays planned for Mortal Kombat, but I had to move recently, so I've had to cut back on a lot of the stuff that I'm planning. But the Smoke, the reason Smoke, you don't see Smoke, you don't see Obi-Wan, you don't see Miguel O'Hara from Spider-Man as well, is they're back home in Qatar.
Okay.
Yeah, I moved to the UK just over a year ago now to do my master's.
Okay.
And I was planning to, once I finish my master's, just to stay here. And that's what I've done so far. I finished my master's 2 months ago now.
Oh, nice. Congrats, man. Congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have a new place now. I've moved in with my girlfriend.
Nice. Congrats as well. Yeah.
Thank you. And I have some stuff back home that I need to bring over, including my dog, Anakin.
Well, your dog's name is Anakin?
Yeah.
That's so cool, dude.
You might say I like Star Wars.
Yeah. That's so cool, dude.
Yeah. So quick anecdote about that. So Anakin in the films is called Annie, right?
Yeah, right.
As a nickname. So when I call him Annie, people think he's a female dog and they're like, oh, she's so cute. I'm like, no, it's short for Anakin. And they're like,
That's funny, dude. What a cool name.
Yeah. He's hopefully going to get into cosplay very soon as well. I'm going to dress him up as Crypto.
That's so cool, dude.
Because he's a white, medium-sized Saluki mixed dog.
Oh, perfect.
So I'm just going to make him a cape and pop on the Superman, get some pictures together. Yeah.
That's so cool, dude.
Yeah. We're going to do that as well with my girlfriend's cat. We're going to do like a little photo shoot of Catwoman and Batman with her as well.
That's so cool.
Getting the whole family in.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
We also have a lizard, a desert lizard.
Oh,
so
no way.
Yeah, so we could get you in with a reptile action.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah. But
that's so cool.
The Smoke, I'm planning to bring it back.
Okay, cool.
As you could tell, as an avid Mortal Kombat fan, the mask is not the right one. It's the Mortal Kombat 9. While he has a different one.
That's actually one of my favorites, though. Sidebar.
9.
9. Yeah. I like
or the game.
The game in general, but also like one of my favorite suits from Smoke. I actually I go back and forth between liking the long-haired one with just the mask, and then the same one, his alternate one, where it's like the original with the hood, like, you know, the thing. I kind of go back and forth between liking both of those. I don't know which one more, but just like the color scheme, the way that it is, the type of gray, the way that a suit kind of looks, the one where it is like, you know, hair covered and it's a little bit more armored. I kind of like that smoke. I really dig it. So, and then I guess in a sense, it kind of makes sense now because that version, the long-haired version, I believe it just came out in MK1.
Yes, it did. So it made me want to hop back in. Yeah. Because that's my favorite suit of all the Mortal Kombat games.
The long-haired one or
long-haired one?
Long-haired one. Yeah.
I even want to get like a stylized wig, do the whole thing, you know, like the L'Oreal.
Do like a Vogue photo shoot with smoke.
It's like where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yes, you know? Exactly, dude. Exactly. That's cool. So you're planning on bringing it back. That's cool,
for sure.
Dude.
This suit, the one that I have, the MK1, I want to do properly. And I want to do the MK9 one as well. And I would love to do MK9 Scorpion.
Oh, that'd be sick too. Yeah,
that's killer.
That's one of my favorites as well.
I've never found like a proper place to get any of the pieces for it, so I'm gonna have to do it myself. I'm planning on getting more into the cosplay making as well, because a lot of my stuff is bought. Like the only stuff I make are props. Usually, I have someone else print them, I paint them, I finish them, and do all that.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get more in-depth, hands-on. You know.
Yeah.
But smoke is definitely one I would love to do. Properly get some smoke grenades, go out to a field, pop them, you know, and then get some proper action.
Yeah, do a crazy good photo shoot.
I even designed. You know how he has like a little. What is it called? The knife? I forgot the name.
Oh yeah. It's right on the tip of my tongue too.
It's with a K, I think, or something.
Is it it's like a kunai or something? Or
I don't know. No.
It's something.
But I wanted to put like a bearing in the little handle thing and just go.
Oh, nice, dude. Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah. So I planned that out and stuff, but I never got around to doing it because, you know, doing the masters and the cosplay and trying to, like, you know, balance everything out.
Right.
It just became a bit. The suits are coming in. I'll wear what I get, you know, because I bought all of these when I was working back home. Because where I'm from, you make a ton of cash just working.
Yeah. Which, by the way, a little sidebar real quick. Is the cosplay community big in Qatar?
It's growing right now.
Is it? Okay, yeah.
They have literally just one con right now.
That was going to be my next question. Do they have conventions out there? Because obviously I've never been.
Yeah, it's literally just the one, and it happens like around September or something like that.
Gotcha. You've been to it before?
No. When I got into cosplay, I literally had missed it. I did go to like a small event they did. That's where if you had scrolled back, you'll find my Miguel O'Hara photo with a Miles cosplayer. That's the only event I've been to in Qatar. It was literally the first time I went out and cosplay in Qatar, and I was like, it was a strange thing because in Qatar they don't do as much of it. It's not like the Emirates, the UAE, you know, where now they're doing big, massive cons and stuff.
Right.
Multiple around the year. Qatar literally just has the one. So it's a growing thing. It's a growing community. The idea was to participate as much as I could once I knew, and that there was just the one event.
Gotcha.
I've been invited back like sometime in November, but I told them this is November like of last year. I was like, nah, I can't make it.
You're right. Yeah. Interesting, man. You obviously, we kind of talked about it right now. Your smoke. I had mentioned your snake and everything. So it seems like you're kind of an avid gamer and everything. Because outside of the gaming, outside of the superhero cosplays, you have your smoke, you have your Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid, and you did say, I saw on a post because I do the deep dives. Kojima was I'm paraphrasing, but I believe you said something like Kojima was the best game developer ever, in your opinion. I think you said something like that.
Metal Gear Solid is my favorite.
I'm actually replaying Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty right now.
Nice, amazing.
Yeah, I'm actually replaying it right now because it was like all the Metal Gear stuff was on sale recently.
Yeah.
So I just grabbed like a bunch of bundles and a bunch of stuff, and Metal Gear Solid 2 is actually my favorite Metal Gear game.
Nice.
I used to play that one a lot when I was younger, and so I was like, oh man, like I don't remember so much. I want to dive back into this and replay it. So I'm actually replaying it right now, and I'm having such an amazing time. I don't remember there being this many cutscenes though. Which I know, like, Kojima games have a lot of cutscenes. I know that they do. But, like, Metal Gear Solid 2, I don't remember it. I remember, as a kid, I remember playing so much. But now, as an adult, replaying it, I'm like, wow, there's so many more cutscenes than I remember. Like, is this a movie or is it a game? Like, you know what I mean?
That's the thing. It walks down right down the line.
Exactly. Yeah. But great storytelling. I love it. Aside from Snake, which I do actually, I want to throw up on the screen a couple of these Snake shots and everything. And oh man, did I not write them down? I did not write them down. So editing Chazzy will give credit for the photos if there are any on the screen and everything. In editing, sorry about that. I forgot to write them down, unfortunately. But these are absolutely amazing, man. You know, these photos, and you got like the green tint on some of them as well, like just perfect, and it's just amazing, dude. High quality shots. I also like this very subtle one, where it's just kind of like an outline, a shadow of you, which I believe it looks like maybe your back is facing the camera and you're walking away from it. Yeah. And like there's a white van in the background and just the lights, and it looks a little foggy unless that's just blur from the camera and everything. That's an amazing shot. It's like not much going on, but I just love the shot, dude. Yeah. So good. I love it, man.
That one was at Birmingham. At a convention there, and it was in December, so it was cold. It was snowing a little bit. You can see the ground's a bit white.
I do see that, yeah.
And when you leave the convention and you walk over to the hotel, you walk through the back end of the convention hall. So they have all the construction and all the, you know, the big forklifts and stuff.
Right.
So it felt very Shadow Moses like.
Yes.
So we're like, we got to take a picture of that.
Yeah, 100%. Aside from Snake, you did mention you were going to do more gaming cosplays in the sense of doing more Mortal Kombat, bringing Smoke back and whatnot, wanting to do a Scorpion. Are you interested in doing any other gaming cosplays? Like, are you any other fans, like games that you're a fan of that you're like, man, I've always wanted to do that?
Lots. I have a lot that's on my mind. I don't know if you know this about me, but I've studied games desigin, and I'm working as a game developer right now. Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's amazing, man.
So I kind of like games. I kind of just like them. You know?
Yeah, just a little bit. I like them a little bit.
Because I loved it when you're like, oh, so you kind of, you said at the beginning, you're like, you enjoy games as well. I was like, yeah, kind of. That's kind of my career. But
I didn't know that, dude. That's so cool. Like how deep are you into it? Like, how long have you been like studying and going about it?
Well, done bachelor's and did my master's. I'm working on Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Oh, nice, dude. Now. Nice, yeah.
So I'm in charge of doing airports for that, like some of the airports.
Nice. Hell yeah, dude.
It's currently like the thing that I'm doing right now. Obviously, the dream is to become like a game director or something like that, something where you have some creative control and you can tell stories or something. But for now, I'm just like a grunt at the bottom, which is a good start, to be honest.
Hey, you got to start somewhere. There was a time in my life where I worked for just a little bit. I actually worked at Activision as what was I, a junior, senior, oh man, what was my title? I don't remember, dude. It's like a junior, senior tests analyst or something. Basically, I got paid to play the games. You know, that was my job. I just played. It's a lot more than that, though. For people that think you literally just sit there, play, and get paid, you got to do a lot.
It's not as glamorous.
It's not as glamorous. It actually was very. It was very annoying at times. It's very tiring at times. You would get home and then it would suck the joy out of playing games. You know, because you sat there for like 8 to 12 hours playing games, and you have to type stuff in programs. You have to do things. It's a lot more than just putting a controller in your hand or playing with a mouse and keyboard and having a good time. It's actually a lot more than that, and it kind of sucks the fun out of playing games. But I did that for a little bit, so I know some stuff, but not anywhere probably as near as much as you do. But anyway, we went off on a tangent there. Do you have any other gaming cosplays that you've always been interested in?
Kratos from God of War.
Oh, definitely. Dude, you would make a great Kratos, dude. Yeah,
I'd love to. I want to get a bit bigger. You know.
Gotcha. You're getting pretty big, man.
Yeah, but I'm not God of War big enough.
Gotcha.
You know, like,
he's like, oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You want to walk up to people and they're like, oh, damn, this guy could crush me. And now people are like, oh, he could possibly crush me. You know?
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah. Obviously, got to shave the head for that.
Are you going to actually shave it? I was going to ask too. Are you going to shave it? You're going to go with a bald cap? What are you going to do?
Everyone tells me I should do a bald cap, but I'm like, I'll shave it. I've shaved my head. I was in the army back home in Qatar. You have to shave your head.
But you have to completely?
Completely.
Oh, no way. Okay.
Yeah, it's not like the sides only in the back, like in the US and the UK. You gotta go the full thing.
Yeah. Wow.
And your beard has to be neat, but whatever. Gotcha. That's just a side note.
Do you have to shave it off completely, or just has to be trimmed?
No, it just has to be trimmed. You can't have it messy. Like right now, mine's messy because I'm growing it out for Wolverine.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
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 But yeah, I want to do Kratos. I've technically done Nathan Drake.
Right.
It's very
right.
simple, blue shirt, trousers. I was hoping to do it this coming weekend, because Nolan North is going to be there, the voice actor.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
But I couldn't afford to get the leather strappy things that looked good
Gotcha.
enough for me, because I'm kind of a perfectionist. If it doesn't look just right, I won't do it.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Like, obviously, I'd love to do other Metal Gear stuff. Like, that's my favorite game.
Right.
I'd love to do the Ninja.
Right.
Gray
Okay,
Fox.
gotcha. Yeah.
I'd love to do Raiden as Ninja as well.
Oh, that'd be sick. Yeah.
Can't really think of other games right now. My mind's kind of blank.
That's a good mix right there, though.
Let me look at my tattoos. Maybe once.
Yeah, you throw in the Mortal Kombat ones that you mentioned as well. You got a couple good ones, man. You got a couple good ones. That's so cool, dude. Yeah, I got a lot of different gaming cosplays that I want to do as well. I'm a little bit more of a secretive person, being that I always ask people to give up their secrets here on the show, and then I don't do it myself. I'm a little bit more of a secretive person, so I don't want to say any before they happen. But obviously, I think people could probably put together. I'm a huge Mortal Kombat fan, so there's obviously a long list of other Mortal Kombat cosplays that I want to do in the future as well. And once you get your smoke, dude, we got to do like an edit together, man.
Yeah, for sure.
We got to. That'd be so sick, man.
Yeah,
I don't have anybody so far that I have collaborated with or am going to collaborate with, or things that are in the works, because there's stuff that hasn't been posted. I've done stuff with, whether it's me as doing videography or me cosplaying, I've done stuff with Sub-Zeros, Scorpions, Barakas, and some of the female characters, but never a smoke. Nobody's
smoke
ever
is a
smoked.
rarity.
Yeah. So that'd be really cool, man. We got to try to get something going.
I'll get that like in the works, because I need the mask and the knife, and then that's it. Good to go. That's the only thing missing.
Definitely. Well, I have some more things that I definitely want to talk to you about, dude. A few more Batman things that we'll get into and whatnot. But before we do that, let's break up the monotony and let's get into this week's Cosplay of the Week. Oh, and this week's Cosplay of the Week is none other than Maximum Carnage. And I'm throwing it up on the screen right about now, and it is of his Mark I armored Spidey, and I'm a little bit lightheaded right now. I did that with like in one breath. I think I did all that in like one or two breaths. It got me a little bit lightheaded. But man, I got the chance to meet him in person and see this in person at Dragon Con, at this last year's Dragon Con. And the photos that we're looking at right now are by Jeff Jenkins, a previous guest on the show, someone who I've also got the chance to work with, who's also been a previous Cosplay World Con side project panelist as well. And just as amazing as these photos are, Jeff, portraying Maximum Carnage's Spider-Man perfectly, these are not just the photos. This suit looks phenomenal in person as well. I got the chance to, look at it, touch it. I was like, oh, what's going on here? What about here? What's going on here? It was absolutely amazing. It's just a job well done, dude. I want to throw up, while I give some of the credits here, I want to throw up another shot, another angle here, and I'm throwing it up on the screen now. And, let's see. I'm sorry, man. Let me zoom up on this a little bit. So obviously, photos by Jeff Jenkins. MK1 Spider Armor Files by do3d_.com, do3d.com. Base suit pattern by, I believe it's Cyan Man Designs. Base suit tailored by Print Costume Official. And then the armor is printed and finished by Maximum Carnage himself. And it is just a job well done. From the photos to the suit itself, it's phenomenal. You could see the Spidey logo on the chest there. The armor is just looking absolutely amazing. The mask is just phenomenal with the lenses and just popping perfectly. And then on the photo with the back, I forgot to say it has the Spidey logo on the back and everything as well. It's just amazing, dude. It's amazing. And this has actually been a long time coming. I've had you saved in the vault for quite a long time. And forgive me, you guys know how it goes by now if you tune in regularly or if you ever spoke to me about the cosplays of the week. They're just kind of saved, you guys. I got things that are saved like 3 years ago, and that I'm like, oh man, and I'm scrolling in my save list, and I'm like, oh, I forgot, and I throw this one in the mix, which I want to throw up another one, and I'm throwing it up on the screen right about now. And it's another Spider-Man. It's his Spider-Man Unlimited. Equally amazing. Awesome shot. It's got that, perfect New York style shot with the buildings, the brown buildings. I mean, come on. You know what I mean? He's jumping in the air, doing a Spidey pose. The colors are popping. It's beautifully done, man. It's beautifully done. Photo by Amanda Swanson Photography. Pattern by Gunhead Design. Suit tailored by Print Costume Official. And just another job well done, dude. Another perfect job. I love these colors. I love this suit. It pops so perfect in photos and everything. And I wish I could have shot, whether it's your Spider-Man Unlimited or the Mark I armor. I wanted to shoot your Mark I armor. We've talked about it. I actually spoke to you as of this recording a couple of days ago, but by the time this comes out, I think it was maybe a week ago. I don't know. I spoke to you and I was like, man, I apologize that we didn't get the chance to shoot at Dragon Con. Just the times that he was in his Spidey. I believe I was Reptile. I believe I was cosplaying myself, so I wasn't doing videography at that time, so schedules never lined up. We never got the chance. So, next time, hopefully we will. Amazing job. In case you're just tuning into this as a clip on Instagram and you didn't watch the full episode, on this week's episode, we have guest WFMMK, and we're talking about his Batman. We're talking about his smoke, and where is it? Because he only posted one photo. What's happening with that? We're talking about his Metal Gear Solid cosplay Snake and everything else that he's planning, that he's got going on, that he has happening right now. So go tune into that episode after this if you haven't seen the full episode. WFMMK, do you have anything that you'd like to say about Maximum Carnage's Spider-Man cosplays before we wrap this segment up?
Well, first of all, it looks amazing. Also, I do love this specific costume because it literally is an action figure I had growing up.
Yeah.
So it means a lot to me. I've seen it on Instagram. I've seen his posts before and his photos, and it looks amazing. And as somebody who's done work on 3D print and painting and doing metal looking stuff, that's fantastic work. To get it to look it looks like metal. It literally does. So that's amazing. He's done an amazing job. Can't see any layer lines. Printed perfectly, finished perfectly. Fantastic job. I couldn't do it any better. And it's amazing.
100%, man. You nailed it. Exactly. Just a job well done, man. Everybody, if you're not following Maximum Carnage, it's maximum.carnage, and it's spelled KHANAGE on Instagram. Please go do so, because Maximum Carnage, your Mark I Spider-Man armor and Spider-Man Unlimited cosplay of the week for me and WFMMK is amazing. Oh, man. I said I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about some of your Batman cosplays and everything, get a little bit more insight. But before we do that, I want to throw a little bit of a curveball at you real quick, and I want to get into a segment that I like to call Shotgun Questions. And what Shotgun Questions is a little bit more of a rapid fire segment that never ends up being that rapid fire. We always end up having a conversation about it, and that's okay. It's a series of 3 to 4 questions depending on time. Sometimes guests know that it's happening. Sometimes they don't know that it's happening. Sometimes they know that it's happening, but they don't know when it's happening within the episode. And it's a series of questions that are all just fun and games. It's nothing serious, nothing to be worried about. Let's see how much fun we can have when I ask you. Detailed logistics aside, you have to build a team of 6 characters to fight off a threat on Earth. This could be a team that is comprised of superheroes, villains across Marvel, DC, any other comic-based company. This could be mixed with gaming characters or any other form of pop culture, pretty much whatever you want. You have to build a team of 6 characters to fight off a threat on Earth. Who are your 6?
Is this threat alien or?
I think in my mind, I kind of think alien, but I guess, details aside, or make it whatever you want,
You
I
said
kind of
6.
think alien. Yeah, 6 characters.
Right?
6, a team of 6, yeah.
I feel like I don't really need 6. I need maybe 3.
Whatever you feel you need then.
First of all, drop in Superman.
Yeah,
Superman has to be there. Yeah. Drop in Batman. Batman's gonna put the plan together. Right. And then to throw a curveball back at your curveball, Kratos from God of War.
Oh, nice. Yeah, dude. Oh my God. Those 3?
Yeah, exactly.
That's great, man. That's great. I like that. That's amazing, dude. All right.
Because Batman's he's gonna aim them at where they need to go. Yeah. And then Kratos is just gonna murder everyone while Superman tries to keep Kratos in line a bit. And then there you go.
Exactly. Yeah, that's amazing, dude. That's amazing. All right, good, awesome. Next question. Yeah. Out of these Batmen, I already know who it's not going to be. You've got Keaton, Bale, Affleck, Pattinson, you can only choose one, and the rest and their universe cease to exist. Who do you pick?
I'm gonna have to go Robert Pattinson is the one that I picked.
Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't expect Pattinson, but
I know nobody
I definitely
nobody.
didn't expect Affleck. That's for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
But I didn't expect you to pick Pattinson, though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Nobody thinks that because his suit obviously does not match anything I have done.
Right.
And I actually don't like his suit, but I feel like everything else about him encompasses exactly what Batman would be like.
Yeah.
Like in live action.
Interesting.
The only thing and a lot of people agree with me on this, but some will not, is that the suit needs to become more streamlined.
Gotcha. Yeah. More Batman, I guess you could say.
Exactly. It's too bulky and it seems like it's made for a purpose rather than being a symbol. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah. I love Bale. Bale. Obviously, that's the one I grew up going to the cinema watching.
Right. Yeah. Same.
But it would have to be Pattinson because I love the emo Batman because that's how I feel Batman would be in real life. He wouldn't be, you know, as debonair
his
and everything.
parents, and this is a younger version. A lot of times people, when they do pick Pattinson, a lot of times also one of the reasons is because he's such a young Batman. I want to see where it goes.
Exactly. You can grow with him.
Exactly. Yeah. A lot of people that choose Pattinson, that's usually one of their reasonings. All right. Last question.
Yes.
Outside of the realm of pop culture, if you could time travel to any time period, any era, where would you go and why? You can have up to 3 if you want 3.
Can I make changes to the timeline?
I guess so. Again, this is another one where it's like logistics aside, because when we start talking about time travel, there's so many different ways that we can do this and butterfly effects. And then like, can you bring anything with you? I don't know, man. I have no idea.
Because there's two sides to the coin, okay?
Yeah.
One, I could go back and stop atrocities, you know?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Go find baby Hitler and strangle him in the cradle,
exactly,
you know?
Yeah. The last guest, Tilly.effects, that was actually he only wanted one pick, and the one pick was to go and stop Hitler. That's what he wanted to do.
Yeah, exactly.
That was his one pick. That's all he wanted.
The other one would be a bit more selfish and go back and you know, talk to my younger self and give him like a bunch of notes on what stocks to buy. Go buy Google, you know?
Yes, dude. Yes, exactly.
Then I could become a billionaire. And become truly Batman.
Exactly.
You know?
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would do good for people. It's not totally selfish, you know?
Yeah. Exactly. Would you go to the future? Some people pick the future, some people don't. Like Tilly, I believe, Tilly.effects, I believe it was him that this last episode, I believe he said he didn't want to go to the future. He wasn't interested in seeing what happened. He just wanted to let everything be, you know, let everything go the way that it went or something like that. I believe he said that. Are you someone that's interested in the future?
That philosophy sounds very similar to what I would say. I care about the future, obviously, but to care about the future is to care about it now. If I went and I saw the future, the only way, again, it would be just to, again, see what happens and see how I can benefit from it and how I can... Because obviously, if I went into the future and saw some atrocities about to happen, I'm like, hey, don't listen to that guy because he's going to get, you know, the world nuked. Nobody's going to believe me. I'll be some idiot.
They're just going to say you're crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the only thing that would help is maybe, again, the stocks thing, what to invest in, what to do. Watch out. Don't step into that dog shit or something. And you're going to get hit by a bus or something. I don't know.
Exactly.
It's all very not trivial, but it's not important to me right now because I don't know it yet. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
The only way I feel like the past is more important. If I had the powers to go, I would like to go back and tinker a bit, you know? Mess around.
Interesting. Yeah.
Future won't help me.
Exactly. You're probably not going to live to see it anyway. You know what I mean? Like, depending on how far you go to check, you know? But
exactly. And I wouldn't be able to help anyone. It's like if I found out if you keep drilling in those, you know, mines over there, it's going to cause a collapse and destroy a whole city of people. I go back and I type it up online. And I'm like, hey guys, they're like, oh, it's another one of these crazy people.
Exactly.
You know?
You just end up as a meme or something.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, no one's going to care.
Yeah. A while ago, there was a dude that came on and he said a bunch of stuff. I don't know if you remember this. He said like, oh, stuff is going to happen this year and that year and this year. I still think he's crazy.
Point proven then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Point proven then, point proven. That's interesting. Yeah, man. Time travel is like, it's so interesting to me. I have so many things that, especially in the past that I would want to see. Like for me, I want to know how like the pyramids were truly built in ancient Egypt. Like I have so many questions about that. And like, I would always want to see, just because Roman times and ancient Greece, it fascinate me too. I'd always want to see how they truly lived and like just what things were like. And then usually the future is not on my list, and if it was, it's like way down on my list. But when people that are here, other guests that the future is on their list, some of them are really interesting conversations because like some will choose, 50 years in the future, not too far. Some will choose 100, some will choose like 150 plus. And then there's some that'll choose like 500. I think someone chose like 1,000 or 5,000. I'm like, yeah, that's so far ahead. Like that's pretty crazy to think of what the world could be like. But mine has always been the past. If I was going to time travel anywhere, it would definitely be the past. But yeah, interesting choices, man. Interesting choices. Well, that was shotgun questions. Wow. Let's keep it going, man. Let's keep it going before we run out of time. And we're obviously, you're in the UK, so we're on a different time frame here. It's already later for you. I don't want to keep you too long, man. But I'm curious, out of all the bat suits that you have of your own, that you cosplay, I'm kind of curious what your favorites are. Some that we've mentioned, like your DH cosplay suit, your Rob's Workshop suit, your Arkham Knight suit, the Nathero one, and then some that we haven't mentioned yet, which I'll throw up on the screen just to show a little bit. Some that you, such as this one where you posted to commemorate the Cape Crusader animation release. This thing is amazing, dude. Absolutely amazing. Kind of that classic look. You got the white eyes going as well. It's just beautifully done. Suit also by DH Cosplay for this one. Photo by Rams in Motion. Shout out to Rams. I've gotten photos of my Ezio taken of him when I was in London. Absolutely cool, dude. And then another one we haven't mentioned yet is the one that I believe I featured as a cosplay of the week. Your AE cosplay suit. Amazing. Like just the way that this thing pops in photos. You don't see this suit done. I've never seen this suit done. There may be other Batman cosplayers that have done it before, but I've never seen it. You got an edit of you standing on a gargoyle by Jude Italian. Shout out to Judah. We've got some things in the works. You can even see in the edit that you got the GCPD in the background as well. Just attention to detail aside from the suit, bat signal in the air and everything. I know it's not technically about the edit, but you got to give credit because details are amazing, man. Then you got another photo by Focal Alpha, edit by, oh God, I'm going to butcher this name, man. Ecart, XE _ photography is how it's spelled. I don't know how it's pronounced, but
I don't know either.
but it's there. It's on the screen too. Another amazing edit, perfectly done. And I'm definitely missing some, of course, just naming a couple. What are your favorite suits of your own and why?
So I have 3 favorites, the way it works. So, the AE one, the reason you haven't seen anyone else do that is I designed it myself, like the logo and everything.
Okay,
yeah,
interesting. So I didn't know if it was like a deep cut or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's one of my favorites because it's because I designed it.
Right.
Then I have the Nathero Arkham Knight. That's like that was the dream cosplay.
Right.
That was the one that I really wanted to always do. The problem is it's very heavy. It's exhausting.
All that armor. Yeah.
And I go to gym, so
Yeah.
it gets tiring after a while.
Yeah.
And then you have the DH cosplay, the first appearance Batman.
Right.
I love that one because it's literally just me in fabric.
Yeah.
There's no muscle suit, there's no armor, there's no nothing.
Giving it that classic look even more. Yeah.
Exactly. So the reasons that one's one of my favorites is because it's very comfortable, super comfortable. It's just clothes.
Right.
The second one is it shows off my gym gains, all the work that I've done.
Nice, yeah. Makes you feel good about yourself too, right?
Exactly,
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's not the suit, it's me who's making me look like Batman. So I'm planning to do more like that, like hopefully like getting a bit more in shape. Because I know people will be like, "Oh, you're in shape," but the goalpost keeps moving further and further. You want to keep improving. You don't want to say, "Oh, I'm there." It's always next one.
100%. You kind of answered it while you were answering that question, but I was going to ask, like, what's your most comfortable versus your most uncomfortable? But I'm guessing it would be the Arkham Knight versus the DH cosplay one with just the fabric, right? Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
I thought
the Arkham Knight is gorgeous as a suit, and I love it. And I'm going to wear it at Con this coming Saturday. Not this one, next week, obviously. I'm planning to wear it. My girlfriend's doing Arkham Knight Catwoman.
Nice,
so we're gonna be match.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear it again, but it's not the best one to to chill in.
Yeah, especially like at cons and everything too, walking around.
Yeah, especially I wore it in May, and May was hot here.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was sweating bullets.
There's
There's even a photo on my account. You can go find it where I took the cowl off. I sat down and ate some ice cream.
You're like, I need to cool off, man. This is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. My friend, James, JRE, cosplay photography, he came over.
Yeah.
He saw me walk past with the ice cream. So he came over, snuck over, took a candid.
That's awesome, though. Sometimes those candid shots are the best, man. You know what I mean? Capturing a moment.
Exactly.
Most of your Batman cosplays, they don't actually have like the white eyes, you know, whether it be contact lenses or like a lens attached to the cowl, but they rather showcase your actual eyes. Are you a wide-eyed Batman kind of guy, or do you prefer to see Batman's actual eyes? And I guess it also maybe varies, you know, between something like live action to comics to animation to cosplay itself. So, I mean, where do you lie on the conversation about Batman showcasing his actual eyes versus the white eyes in various iterations of media and for your own cosplays?
That's another juicy question.
Yeah.
When I bite into it, it's gonna like just drip down. but basically, it's a lot. So basically, when I do like for the first appearance, if you look up the photos I did, there are first photos with no white eyes.
Yeah.
Then I decided to modify it and put the white because I felt like with the first appearance, the white eye just looks better.
Yeah.
And I do think it turned out that way, and it is better.
Yeah, I agree.
For example, my JL War cowl, which is my main one I wear a lot. It's the one I wear with the Rob's workshop suit.
Yeah.
I like having the eyes out. I like giving a bit of emotion through there. Because with cosplay, it's impossible to have the white eyes and show emotion.
Exactly. Yeah.
For example, we've seen Deadpool now use the white eyes, Wolverine as well.
Yeah.
They use CGI to move the eyes.
Exactly.
We can't
It's
do
the only
that.
way. It's the only way. Yeah.
So in film, in live action films, like in the DCU Batman, whenever that happens, I'd like to see them try the white eyes with CGI and see how it looks.
Right.
It could go badly, you know?
It could, yeah. I'm interested too. I'm interested as well.
We've never seen it because we've only seen it with a comical character, which is Deadpool.
Yeah.
So when you see it, it's like, it's a little goofy, but it works.
Yeah, it works for Deadpool 100%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I know Wolverine had it as well, but we didn't get too much focus. He only wore the cowl for a bit.
Right.
So I didn't get a good feeling to it, you know? So,
and then they did it in Black Adam as well with Atom Smasher, I believe.
Oh, I don't watch that.
He wasn't seen that often. And then, like, honestly, if we're being like brutally honest, the suit, I mean, even in the comics, there's various iterations of that suit, but it is very reminiscent of Deadpool, even in the comics, like some iterations of it. But in the Black Adam movie, it's like, it's kind of like just the Deadpool suit. Like
it looked like it.
Yeah, with variations
even
and
the
color
seams.
swaps. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like everything, like you
face.
could tell they kind of just went like, well, Deadpool did it, we could do it too. So
Yeah.
like it wasn't very much of a difference. And then they kind of did make the character a little bit more comical. So it kind of fit the character's theme as well. So it's kind of another thing, like you said, like we kind of only really have ever seen it in more so comical characters.
Yeah.
You know, we've never seen it in a serious character.
Exactly. Yeah. Will he be able to convey anger and sadness through that? Because one of the things you know, I picked Patterson as the one that I would keep. Is the eyes
100%.
really played a role in his acting. Christian Bale played Batman angry. Batfleck played Batman angry.
Right.
Michael Keaton played Batman serious and moody.
Yeah,
you know, not as angry.
Hey, good description. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah.
And then the other two were just goofy. Even though I love Batman Forever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
George Clooney did not act. He was just he was in the suit.
Yeah.
And he was just there.
Yeah.
But Patterson, on the other hand, he literally, you see the eyes acting.
Yeah, I feel like
emotion.
I agree with you, man. I agree with you. I got to second that. Like he's probably, in my personal opinion, the best as far as portraying emotion through the cowl, with the cowl.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
definitely.
He just did a phenomenal job with the eyes. Like he nailed it, man. Like he really was like. Yeah. I wonder if he thought. I've never seen any interviews of him talking about it or anything, but I wonder if it was a thought in his mind. Like I feel like it had to be purposefully done in some shape, you know, way or form. But like some way, shape, or form. But like I wonder if he was sitting there like when he got the role and like, you know, practicing and getting comfortable with the character. I wonder if he really thought like, I'm gonna go like the extra mile. I'm gonna try my hardest to portray emotion with my eyes. Like, I wonder if he really focused on it or if like it just kind of came naturally to him. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder because he did such a great job with that.
My opinion on that, without knowing the guy, obviously, is probably both. It was
You think
probably
so?
both. He sat there and he thought about it. He's like, how can I portray emotion with just, this showing? And you can't just go,
Right.
like
Yeah,
sad
exactly.
face.
You can't do that. You know what I mean? There's only so much you can do
Yeah,
with this.
exactly.
Yeah.
So and the eyes, like I love the scene where he's just standing there and his eyes look like he's worried.
Yes.
And
yes.
And because the way I think about it is the other people can't really see him from the side,
right.
because I've worn cowls. I've talked to people in cowls and cosplay.
Yeah.
If you're standing at a certain angle, you can't see their eye.
Right. Right.
So I feel like he was worried, but he was hiding the worry.
Yes.
That's why I felt like it's so deep.
Right.
Because
And it was shown to us, the audience, but not to the characters in the film. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It felt like he was worried, but he was like, okay, I got to watch out so they don't see it. Like it's in the end scene with the Riddler and the interrogation room,
Right.
or the meeting room. He does it so well there when he thinks he's about to tell him he knows he's Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. Yes.
You see the acting there like go up by 100,000%.
Yes,
It's so good. I love it. That's one of the reasons that film is so high up for me.
Right. Right. I agree with you, man. I agree with you. He's the best one to portray that emotion because you don't have the eyebrows either to move and express anger and
like
and
a little
sadness
bit.
and you know what I mean? Like it's crazy that he was able to do that. I also agree with you too with like the DCU Batman. I kind of am. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued, I guess could be the right word, like to see how they would do white eyes with Batman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To how they would do that, because you're gonna subtract a lot of emotion, even more so. You know what I mean? With having the white eyes. So how would they do that? Like, is it just going to be? And then I'm curious, like how they would do it, just like from a production standpoint too. Like, would it be contacts? Would it be the white attached to the cowl? Like, would they do a CGI thing? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very curious.
They'd need, I think for facts, they need the eyebrows to move, so they'd have to CGI it. But the issue is it's black on black. Right. How are you gonna make a show? You need to make sure the lighting's always hitting the ridges and stuff. I feel like it's way too much work.
Yeah.
That's
and would people call it cheesy for Batman?
And would it pay off as well? Would it give the certain emotions, or would he look just goofy?
Exactly.
Especially with Deadpool being the first one to do it.
Right. Right.
It's gonna be attached to a goofy character.
Exactly.
So I've seen people say, whenever people post like, do you want white eyes or do you not want? People are like, oh, it's stupid, it's this, it's that. It's because I feel like the first time they've seen it is Deadpool.
Yeah, comedy.
So,
you're right. I see a lot of comments saying that are against it as well. I actually see a lot. Yeah,
I'd love to see it. I would love to see it and see how they do it. But James Gunn hasn't let me down so far, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where it goes, man. We are going to get ready to wrap up, but before we do, I want to ask you about like your future, man. We talked about your future in a sense during other topics that we talked about, such as you doing more Mortal Kombat cosplays, bringing Smoke back, wanting to do a Scorpion, wanting to do Kratos, and possibly even shaving your head to do it, and a few other things that you talked about. What else is that you want to talk about that you want to reveal if you have any? Like, what's your future look like in cosplay? Whether it be you also mentioned, game development and things like that. Like you wanting to dive deeper into that and do more. Like what's the future look like for you that you have on your mind right now?
Cosplay wise, there's a lot of stuff in the works. I told you the Justice League thing at the there's another secret con that's happening in summer. They're going to do it at a castle now. So my friend had an idea of doing a D&D group, Dungeons and Dragons. So you pick your class and then you make a costume.
That's so cool.
Like original character.
Yeah.
So me and the girlfriend are going to do like dragon-based. I'm going to be a dragon-based barbarian. She's going to be a dragon-based sorceress.
Yeah.
So I'm going to grow out the hair. That's why it's growing out. So I can have like the long, barbarian hair, wave it around.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's so cool.
So that's going to be something that I've not tried yet. Obviously barbarians are kind of like Kratos because Kratos is based on the barbarian class from Diablo anyways.
Yeah, which I'm a fan of Diablo. Yeah, I've never played D&D. I didn't get into D&D, but I am like a big MMORPG fan and like role-playing fan. I played World of Warcraft for like 16, 17 years. You know what I mean? Like since the beginning. And then Diablo as well. So I am a fan of like that type of gameplay, those type of mythos and everything. Yeah.
They're based on that anyways. Exactly. Dungeons and Dragons was like the OC thing, OG thing, and then they went on. But there's that. My girlfriend loves to do princesses. Like cool. I'm sure you saw the photo of me as a horse carrying her on my back.
Yeah, dude, so cool. Yeah.
So we're planning some prince and princess Disney stuff.
Nice.
Like one she doesn't like to give stuff away, but I'm gonna sneak it in. She wants. So I want to do Hercules.
Oh, dude,
from
that
Disney.
would be sick.
Yeah. So obviously she would do Meg or Megara
Yes.
from
Yes,
Hercules. Yeah. So branching out into different stuff now that
Yeah.
it's the kind of stuff you couldn't do solo. You can't
Right.
go around doing a Disney Prince alone. You know?
Exactly.
It'd
It's
be weird.
funny. It's funny that you say that, dude, because Tyre, when she first kind of started cosplaying, she was doing a lot of like Disney princesses, and
Yeah.
I think she posted like one or two like recently, like as like a throwback.
Yeah.
And it did really good. Like it was people were
Yeah.
very receptive of it. They really liked it. And so she was telling me, I hope I'm not spoiling anything for her either, but she was telling me like, oh, maybe I'll do like a few Disney princesses again. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll bring it back. And I just know the conversation may happen at some point in time where she's like, do something with me. But like, I don't know who I would even do. Like, I don't ever want to shave my beard. That's so hard for me. Like, I don't want to do it. And it's funny that you brought up like Hercules and Meg, because the only thing that I thought of was like, oh, maybe, you know, I'll get a little bit bigger, a little bit more fit, and I'll do like my version of like a Hercules or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nice.
Like, it's funny that you say that.
Yeah.
I haven't told her that, so she's gonna watch this episode. This will be the first time that she hears that is even a inkling in my mind. You know what I mean?
Awesome. I'm glad I got the
going,
first.
Yeah. But keep going.
Yeah. Yeah, so Hercules and Meg. Other ones I don't like, because this was my idea, the Hercules and Meg.
Nice, yeah.
So I don't want to give away hers. But yeah, more of those. Obviously, I want to start doing my own suits and stuff. Learning to sew, just so that I can do stuff as I need it, rather than having to rely on makers and stuff. Because sometimes delays happen, things happen.
Yeah.
One thing that I was going to say during the game thing, but I forgot about it because I have ADHD. So if I don't say it, it's gone. Is I want to do Altair.
Oh, dude, yes.
Because
so
Arabic,
sick.
I'm Arab. Got to do the Arab icon, the original assassin. So that's one I'd love to do as well.
Amazing, yeah.
So there's a lot on the horizon. There's a lot of stuff that I'm planning to do.
Definitely.
So I do 3D modeling as well, because it's one of the things I studied. So I want to 3D model some armor, 3D print it, do it all by hand myself, get
really
better
cool.
at that kind of stuff.
Really
So tons of stuff on the horizon for sure.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. That's awesome, dude. As far as the game stuff goes, because I'm a huge gamer and I don't get to talk as much about gaming as I used to when I first kind of created this show. This obviously turned into much more cosplay and superhero stuff than anything else. But anybody that's even just watching can see all the gaming stuff I have in the background. And then I got tons of gaming tattoos. I'm a huge gamer. I have gaming cosplays that I do. But just for you, just throwing it out, if you ever wanted to talk about more gaming stuff, and then being that you're in gaming development and everything, my boys, the Gaming Duo Pod, that's what they do, man. It's a duo, two dudes out there in New York, good friends of mine, and they talk about games and all kinds of things, and they're always looking for people on the inside as well, and gaming development to talk about things on the inside. So just throwing that out there, if you're ever interested in that, off air and everything, I'll throw you their information, and then I'll throw them your information if you're cool with it, man. Those are really good dudes.
I'd love that.
I've had them on the show a few times to talk about gaming centric episodes, but we are going to get ready to get out of here, man. So I want to thank you for coming, and I just want to give you the floor real quick, a few seconds to say whatever's on your mind, your last words, just your final goodbyes to anybody that's watching.
Just love to say, first I'm going to thank some people.
Yeah.
So thank you to Jade, my girlfriend, supporting me, taking care of me. James Evans, JRE photography, cosplay photography. He's my best friend. Go to gym together, hang out, fun dude. Takes care of me as well when it comes to cosplay photography. James Dealey. Dude is the Joker to my Batman, literally. Enjoy and have tons of fun. And then there's Harry at Miss Moxie Rose, I think. She's James's girlfriend. We hang out a lot. She's one of my best friends as well. These people have kept me sane. So thank you to all of them. Then I want to say to the whole audience is, when it comes to anything, don't take it too seriously. Have fun, stay safe, and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, 100%, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not, please go follow WFMMK and check out everything that he has going on, because there's so many more cosplays that we didn't get to dive into, but it's all right. We talked about a lot of cool stuff, and that gives you the opportunity to go and check everything else out that we did talk about and that we didn't talk about. It's been awesome having you here, man. 9 months ago, Cosplay of the Week. Now you're finally a guest. It's been so cool to chop it up with you. We'll let some time go by. Always welcome you back. Talk about some more stuff, or maybe we'll switch it up. I don't know if you saw an episode I did with Bradman and Capture Realm, where I had them back for a second time, and we did like a different episode where it wasn't like focused on just cosplay and what they do, but we were talking about like, you know, things in the news and different topics and comics and shows and movies and et cetera, and time travel. And we like went deep into ancient Egypt and stuff like that. I want to start throwing those episodes in more often and welcoming people back that have, we already did like the interview style and got to know you. So, you know, you come back with another guest as well. So it's 3 of us and we have a conversation about different topics. So I welcome you to do that if you're ever interested in doing that in the future as well, man.
I would love to. I'd love to. Sign me up. Sign me up right now.
Definitely,
Put
dude.
my name down. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. I'm stoked, dude. WFMMK on Instagram. Please go follow him. And to everybody tuning in right now, thank you for watching, for liking, for commenting, for sharing, for doing all of those beautiful things that you do over on youtube.com/Side Project Podcast. When you go down, you hit that big red subscribe button. And when you do, it goes, oh, and you get 100 sexy project points. Thank you for watching and listening on Spotify, as videos are available on Spotify as well. And you follow and you rate and do all those things you do on Spotify. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you're looking for me, you can find me on Instagram at IG Hates Chazzy, and everything else you need to find me on is on the screen right about now. If you're looking for the podcast as a whole, you can find it on Instagram at Side Project Podcast. Remember, that's Project with a K. Side Project merch available on sideprojectpodcast.com. For me and WFMMK, we are out of here.